Hi there, Ku. I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, your voice is very low. You can now see the chart that we have here for the B.LEAGUE Championship for 2022-2023. And these two squads are in the playoffs. They're actually looking forward to strengthening themselves. There's good look there at Coach Kyle Milling. It's the Hiroshima Dragonflies up against the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Their final games of the regular season. And right now, let's take a look at the lineup of the Golden Kings. As usual, old reliables Josh Duncan, Alan Durham, Keita Imamura, their national squad member. Jack Cooley is there as well. And a new face for them in Carl Tamayo, their Asian quota import. Here's the lineup of the visitors, the Golden Kings. Filipino fans looking forward to the fact that they're hoping that they get to see Carl Tamayo in action. There's big man Jack Cooley. Always comes off the bench. Today's going to be a starter. There's Carl Tamayo. Starters for the Golden Kings. Josh Duncan, number 1. Number 14, Kishimoto. Number 30, Keita Imamura. We talked about him. Number 34, Shota Onodera. And number 45, big man Jack Cooley. And now, let's enjoy all the fanfare as we welcome the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Before that, let's take a look at some of the action here early of Alan Durham, showing us his strength inside. Look at those averages. Almost 16 points a ball game, 8 boards, and 4 dimes. He's a force to reckon with, can play inside and outside. That was him working out, stretching out, and taking shots earlier today. Very familiar with the Filipino fans because he played for the Meralco Bolts for a number of years, leading the Bolts to numerous final stints in the Governor's Cup. Right now, taking his talents all the way to Japan. On the other side, Dwayne Evans. He's got terrific numbers as well. Over 16 points a contest, almost 8 rebounds, and exactly 4 dimes. We're going to see this matchup between these two versatile forwards. And that's him earlier today. Right beside Kerry Blackshear. Kerry Blackshear today will be a starter together with Evans. Here we go as we welcome in the Dragonflies. And now we got our starters. And there you have the starters for the squad of Coach Kyle Milling. Ryo Terashima, number 0. Number 3, Naoto Chuji, their gunner from the outside. Isaiah Murphy is a slasher. And then Kerry Blackshear, number 8. And number 13, Dwayne Evans. Your officials here for today, Referee Okawara, Referee Kano, and Referee Kai. Starters once again for both these squads before we begin the ball game. Duncan, Kishimoto, Imamura, Onadera, and Cooley for the Golden Kings. For the Dragonflies, it's Terashima, Tsuji, Murphy, Blackshear, and Evans. Nice look there at Onodera. That's Jack Cooley. Can't say it's a critical game for both these squads because both these squads have qualified for the B.LEAGUE Championship, which is what they call the playoffs here in the league. But they want to stay sharp. They want to get to the playoffs on a winning note with some momentum. Jack Cooley, as always, blowing kisses before the match. I expect a free-flowing match here between these two squads. Not a must-win situation, but just trying to really sharpen their tools. Let's see if it turns out that way. Blackshear and Cooley to get us started. We'd like to welcome you to the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall, our venue, as the Dragonflies host the Golden Kings. Quickly scoring inside his Evans. 2-0 here for the Dragonflies. Let's see how much defense both these teams try to play. That is going to be a backing violation. Imamura, not a good start for his squad. He's going to be really hard-pressed today against somebody of the talent and also of the athleticism of that man, Isaiah Murphy. Murphy's quick, Murphy's long, and he's a heck of an athlete. Not as gifted scoring-wise, offensively, as Imamura though. Here's Evans inside. 4-0 for the Dragonflies. Nice pass, that's great defense there. But off that block, another possession here. Blackshear trying to look up at the big screen to see exactly what transpired after that block. Blocked there by Evans. And then Blackshear comes into contact with Josh Duncan. That's a good call. Duncan makes the first. First personal foul and Kerry Blackshear. As you can see, that little huddle by Coach Kyle Milling, just changing up their defensive strategies a little bit. Both down there for Duncan. Pensive look there on Coach Kyle Milling. He should be relaxed. Half the job is done, which is getting your team here to the playoffs. Foul's going to be called there on Kishimoto. That's his first. That's also another nice matchup. Two of the quicker guards, not to mention the headiest of point guards we have in the league. Evans has Cooley on the switch. Takes him to the rack. A little bit too strong though. First board there for Jack Cooley. There have been a few games Jack has had 20 boards. Release pass finds Duncan. They get it to their main man, Imamura. Not gonna drop. That might be a foul on Cooley. It is. Blackshear making things difficult. There's a little shove there from Cooley to get inside position. Cooley did a smart move of trying to hook the opponent, but the officials were wise to it. First personal foul on Jack. It's not a backing violation, they say, but Coach Dayo Kitani is objecting. Nice look inside. Blackshear will score. Back up to a 4-point lead here for Hiroshima. Imamura trying to get on court. Having real difficulty there with Murphy. Swing to the wing. And Josh Duncan has all 5 points here for the Golden Kings. He's a 3-level scorer. Just hitting from the 3 there. Evans inside again. Will misfire that time. Trying to race down court. Duncan not looking for his shot. Releases it. Imamura. They're going to be able to save that one. It's saved to the wrong individual. And Duncan with a slam. And 7 points. All 7 are courtesy of Josh. Murphy waiting for the defense to set. Out to Blackshear. Now Terashima. Will misfire. Duncan with the board. Stole that rebound away from Jack Cooley. Here's Keita. He's really trying to set himself up. That might have been a travel. Issues the wrong pass. And we're going the other way. Tsuji not looking for his shot. That's a good challenge there from the back. Terashima misses badly then. Inside to Jack. He won't challenge as well. On the outside now. Here's Cooley trying to go to work. Flips it up and a foul will be called on Blackshear. That's going to be number 2 on Carey. Trying to look up at the monitor, but regardless, there was some body contact there. Referees will call that every single time. Short stint on the floor here for Carey. As Nick Mayo will check in his spot. No Kai Soto yet. You can see Kyle Milling there. Talking exactly what he felt Jack Cooley did. But again, there was contact. That was a legitimate call. 1 point lead. Enjoyed now by Ryukyu. Make that now a 2 point lead at 8-6. First taste of the lead for the Golden Kings. 2 team fouls each. 4 minutes gone in the opening canto. Mayo from medium range, yes! He's another 3-level scorer. A lot of times that's what the B.LEAGUE managers, team owners, and coaches look for. Players that can really do it all. There are imports here. Holding on to Josh Duncan. That was clear. Was Murphy. He'll pick up his first. You see the hold there. Tsuji. Didn't like the call, but it wasn't on him. Imamura flips it. Onodera will launch. A little bit too strong. Evans stopped in his tracks. Murphy will go to the wing. Onodera to the outside. Mayo. That pass was telegraphed. Here comes Jack. That's a great pass. Onodera on one side, and then he found Shota. That was Keita Imamura there with a hit. His first basket for one of the stars of Japanese basketball. Nick Mayo just ran roughshod over his defender. That was Kishimoto. There's no way Kishimoto can stay with him. Well, the initial hit, if they called that, that would have been a charge. But the second hit, which took Kishimoto down, that was a block. Are we going to have a coach's challenge this early? Coach Dai is not happy. But usually you don't want to use your coach's challenge this early in the ball game. You want to leave it for crucial situations. Referees are looking at the monitor. Not quite sure why. Here's that play once again. This is a block. That can't be an unsportsmanlike foul because there was no hit above the shoulders. And that was also a basketball move. Let's see what the call is. Eventually. Still not making the motion of the call. Kishimoto arguing his case. He's going to lose that discussion as Alan Durham checks in for the first time. So I guess this early, I'm wrong. Just when I thought these two teams would just try to go through the motions of things. And in fact, it looked like that early. A couple of layups, some matador defense shown here. And then all of a sudden, these teams have tightened up on each other. It's become a little bit more physical, similar to a playoff game. And these two games that these two squads will be playing today and tomorrow are really just to end the regular season. Hiroshima at 40-17. The Golden Kings at 47-11. Both with very high winning percentages. That's why they're in the B.LEAGUE Championship. Onodera to the wing. Duncan puts up another three. A little too strong that time. Onodera with the offensive rebound and the reset. Why not go to Allen? Fresh off the bench. Tries to power his way. He'll come up short, but it's a nice tip in there from Imamura. Imamura's got 4 points. Things are starting to heat up between these two squads, which is exciting to watch. Extra swing. Murphy left open. Can't hit that three. Evans with the offensive rebound. He'll try to attack. That's good defense there from Durham. Just holding his ground. Duncan not willing to launch. Not yet. Cole Flippin is checked in. Flips that one up. A little bit too strong. Now you got a better flow to this match. Hiroshima inside scores. And we're tied at 12. Duncan. Trying to work his way inside. He's had a very successful first period. They'll reset their offense. Shot clock. Down to 3. And that 3 won't drop. Chuji pushing it. Foul's going to be called there in Imamura. That's going to be number 1 on Keita. That's going to put the Golden Kings in the penalty with still 3:06 to play. First entry for Kai Soto. Not to mention number 10 is also coming in. That's Toshiki Kamisawa. So now starting to go into his bench is Coach Kyle Milling. Daio Kitani doing the same thing on the flip side. Nick Mayo tries to get to his stronger right side. There's the tap. Keeps that ball here though. Under 3 minutes to be played here in the first period. Try to go inside. Extra pass. Mayo almost bobbled. That's picked up by Flippin. Flippin here inside. Big slam for the slam dunk champion. You knew that was coming. He just loves to flush it through. Now 2-point lead once again for the Golden Kings. Inside to Kai. This is not his strength. Trying to back his opponent down. He'll find Evans on the outside though. Will misfire. And the call here, if it goes against the Golden Kings, it'll be free throws. Well, check that. That's only going to be their 4th. So the foul happened a little bit earlier than that. First personal foul is going to be called on number 88, Hayato Maki. Oh, check that. The Golden Kings are in the penalty. So that's 2 free throws. That should be. Line drive free throw works. As Nick Mayo tries to tie things up here. He's gonna tie it up. Getting the shooter's roll. Second deadlock at 14. Flipping. Looking for his spot. Gives it out. Maki. To Durham. Release pass. Finds Ko Flippin. Flippin. Look at the way they swing that ball. Flippin from the wing. Will come up short. That's not one of his strengths. Evans will take a seat. As we look at under 2 minutes to be played here in the first. Kerry Blackshear back in the ball game. He's got 2 personal fouls. I'm not quite sure why you want to risk it. Putting the deck there is Kerry. Almost a turnover, they say. Almost. Checking for the first time is number 9, Hugh Watanabe. Durham with a handoff. Maki holding on to it a little bit too long. Durham will have to attack. Step back 3. Back rim. Blackshear with the board. He's pushing it up. Kai Soto rising above everybody else. That's where he excels. Matsuaki picks up a personal. That's why coaches will say, just give him the basket. Let him take that shot. You can't foul him. You can't send him to the free throw line for a three-point play opportunity. Kai completes a three-point play. Back up to a three-point lead here for the Dragonflies. Durham to Flippin. Go stopped in his tracks there. Durham extricates, just throws it off the glass. A little bit too strong. He was looking to get an offensive rebound. Dipsy-do move, not going to work. Blackshear is there for the putback. And this is now the biggest lead in the ball game for Hiroshima at 19-14. Three, not going to drop. Maki with a floater. He had to float that one really high. It was Kai Soto in front of him. That's going to cut the lead down to 3. Difference of 5 seconds from the game clock and the shot clock. Golden Kings with no fouls to give. Shot clock at 2. Soto will come up short. 2 seconds remaining. That's a good foul. That will stop the clock, yes, but with 0.5 seconds still to be played. Watch it here. He was getting ready for the heave. Could have been lucky. First personal foul going to be called there on Kamisawa. Watanabe, a little bit too strong off the glass. 10 minutes are done here at the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall. And it's a 19-16 advantage for the Dragonflies. Welcome back here to the home of the Hiroshima Dragonflies, the Sun Plaza Hall. As they try to get a couple of wins here before the regular season comes to a close. They've got a 3-point lead here. First possession. A little bit too strong there from Kerry Blackshear. Trying to get closer is Alan Durham. The pass just a tad late. Blackshear's been doing it all for his squad. They try to go inside. Kai Soto falling away. Will come up short. Good rebound there by Watanabe. Watanabe holding his own here against a 7'2" Kai Soto. That's Watanabe there. He challenged, boxed out, and got the board. Maki looking for space, goes inside to Durham. Durham might want to challenge Kerry Blackshear. He's on 2 personal fouls. Maki holds on to it, puts it up, and that's a nice slam there by Watanabe. That's where he can really help. Deep inside the paint. It's going to cut the lead down to 1. Kamisawa goes to his big man. Gets it back. Kamisawa goes to Kai Soto on the other side, and Soto scores. Dario Kitani was asking for a 3-second violation, and that might be a technical. It'd be nice to be able to see that play once again, because it did seem like Kai Soto was in that shaded area a little bit too long. It's going to be a technical on the bench. You can see Coach Dai saying they swung the ball more than a few times. And Kai Soto was still inside that shaded area before they took a shot. Lead's going to go back up to 4. As Blackshear hits the bench. I'm quite surprised they used him. Here's Evans. Kerry is on 2 personal fouls. Dwayne now. Not in any personal foul trouble. Golden Kings with possession. Naoki Tashiro with the inbound. Gets it to Maki. Hayato finds Watanabe. Watanabe is his favorite target. Evans hits the deck and he's wondering, the foul's on me? Let's see what transpired. They were jostling for position there, and he got taken down by Alan Durham. Nice look at Coach Dai. Both these teams want to get a win here. Not because they need to, just that they want to. Short there on that 3. Here's Mayo. Look at those long strides. Now up against Matsuwaki. Launch and hits! Wow. Kamisawa not really known for his offensive prowess. But he'll take that shot, he'll make it, and that's going to force the Golden Kings to take this timeout. They're down by 7. Early timeout called there, but I guess it's needed. Golden Kings find themselves now down by 7. You don't want to lose any momentum going into the championship. Maybe not necessarily wanting a win, but you don't want to get blown out. Soto with the board. That was over Jack Cooley. That's a nice matchup. Looking for their biggest taste of the lead here. Evans. Nice find. Mayo for 3. A little bit too strong. Cooley with the rebound. Cooley trying to seal inside. They don't want him to challenge Kai. Durham faces a double. Tries to barrel his way inside. They swing it around. Tashiro for 3. A little bit too strong. Evans with a head of steam. That's pretty good transition defense by the boys in white. Evans can't find any space. Back-to-back threes, not gonna happen. Look at that box out there from Jack Cooley. He didn't want to take that shot. He had that pass in rhythm. And be very patient. They go to Cooley. Cooley with the jumper. Yes! They allowed the defense to dictate what kind of shot they'll take. That's a sign of a very mature offense. Evans to the wing. Soto, nice find. Mayo for 3. No. Tashiro just taps it. Maki will bring it up. Not in any hurry. They feel that they've got the advantage despite the fact that they're down by 5. Mayo gets that miss. The extra pass. But again, also not forcing too much of the Dragonflies. They've been methodical. They're building up this 5-point advantage. Misfiring there. Maki will track it down. Durham picks it up. Foul's going to be called there in Kamisawa. Now Kamisawa knew he's coming out as he picks up his second personal foul. So we're 11 seconds away from an official timeout, which is actually the first dead ball situation after the 5-minute mark in the second and fourth quarters. There's Evans once again. Great defense from Matsuwaki. Matsuwaki did his job. Duncan looking for his first 2 points here in the second period. Kai Soto has been rested. Murphy back in the ball game, and Josh Duncan hits a 3. That's his second 3 of the ball game. That's going to cut the lead down to 2, and here we get to our official timeout. Half the second quarter gone. 2-point lead enjoyed by the Dragonflies still. Trying to increase it. They're going to come up short there. Evans thought he was going to be able to pick it up. Didn't. So we're going the way of the Golden Kings, looking to tie things up. Or maybe even take a lead with a 3. Nice look there at Hayato Maki. 6'2", 24-year-old. One of the future pillars of the franchise. That's going to come off his foot though. Easy lay in there. Great HIROSHIMA has just checked into the ball game. Back up to a 4-point lead. That's what happens when you're praising someone. All of a sudden they come up with a boo-boo. Imamura back in the ball game as well. Hayato Maki short. Josh Duncan with a defensive rebound. That's where Kai Soto can really help out. Foul's going to be called on Evans. That's going to be number 2. It was a slight nudge. Of course, Imamura is going to say that wasn't slight. Kishimoto's going to check back in. The starting point guard. He's deadly from the outside. Tashiro, more a defender. Now Imamura, their top scorer. Locally speaking, of course. Cooley inside. Nice seal, looks for space. Gets denied by Murphy from the back. But it looks like there's going to be a foul up front. That might be on that man there who's very frustrated. In Nick Mayo. Let's see that again if we can. Nick Mayo gets pushed out of the way and he reached in. That's a good call. Nick Mayo is going to pick up his first personal foul. Cooley makes the first. Taking his time here for the second. Rattles that one through. There are a handful of fans that have come here all the way from Ryukyu, which is actually Okinawa. HIROSHIMA goes inside. Quick double team, and still, despite the double team, taking that shot still is Evans. Coach Dai applauding the effort of his boys. Pretty good attempt, just coming up short. Saw the quick double team and he took it before the defense could actually push him to the wing further out. Not looking for Mayo there. Evans, one of those players that likes to have a head start. Slowed down. Chuji for 3, no! That's a bad miss. Chuji again! That's a better one. Jack Cooley will get that rebound and be fouled by Isaiah Murphy. Not a good foul because the Dragonflies already in the penalty. They've been in the penalty for over 3 minutes. So Cooley will head to the line for 2 shots. Can Cooley tie things up here with another free throw? Yes, he can. third deadlock of the ball game. You're at 27. You're tied at 12. You're tied at 14. Under 3 minutes to be played. Tashiro will be called for a foul there. He doesn't like it. It's going to be only the first team foul for the Golden Kings. So they got 3 more. Boy, that was a bang-bang play. That could have gone either way. First personal foul also on Tashiro. Letting it fly, Murphy. 0 for 2 from 3-point country. Kishimoto trying to give his squad the lead once again. They led by 2 early in the contest. Eventually, it finds its way inside to Duncan. Duncan was looking for the extra pass, forced the issue, gets it out to Kishimoto. Kishimoto hits. This is now the biggest lead in the ball game for the Golden Kings at 30-27. And the timeout will be called by Coach Kyle Milling here. Just about the final 2 minutes here before the halftime break. Kai Soto has been reinserted once again. Let's see, they try to take advantage of that size mismatch. Extra pass. Floater's not going to work there for Kai. That's what he needs to improve on. His shot going towards the basket. Could have actually also opted to pull up. Golden Kings looking to try to increase their advantage here. Cooley takes that shot. Ice cold. Jack Cooley now, looking at his numbers. He's got 9 points, 7 boards, and 2 assists. Not too shabby. HIROSHIMA will try to attack. That's a perfect setup, and Kamisawa delivers. Cuts the lead down to 2. Cooley being given a lot of space there by Kai. They might want to go to that particular play that they ran previously. That's a nice pick set there by Cooley. He took 2 players out of that play. Kai Soto might be called for an offensive foul. Yes, he will. He's going to learn. You can't push a guard. Second personal foul there on Kai. And it's a poor one. Just 4 points, the biggest lead. Josh Duncan trying to add to it. No. They'll reset again. They got a brand new 14, which is now down to 7. Inside, Jack Cooley all by his lonesome. Coach Kyle Milling not happy with that breakdown in defense there as he calls another timeout. Final play here before the halftime break. HIROSHIMA trying to get away from flipping. Will they try to use their fouls? That's a good foul there. That will not count. The foul came much earlier, courtesy of Onodera. 4.3 seconds remaining here, and still, with 2 more fouls to give up, are the Golden Kings. They need to go towards the basket. Watanabe is going to pick up personal there. Watanabe 6'10". So now they got just 1 more foul to give. Again, you want something going towards the basket, such as that one. Is that going to be a shooting foul? He was going up. That's the danger there, though. Well, from Ko Flippin's point of view, he might be right. That was a jump ball, but the foul wasn't called on him. It was called on Onodera. That's what you don't want to give up. 2 free throws. Now a chance here for the Dragonflies to score 2 points. That's when you got to be really smart. Coach Dai knew it. Kai Soto checking in for defensive purposes. Though he has had some lapses here today. Nick Mayo with 2 shots. First drops. Gets a second to go as well. Time for a dribble and a heave. Couple of dribbles, too many dribbles in fact. That heave wouldn't have counted even if it went through. 2 quarters done here at the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall. And a big comeback here, a big second quarter for the Golden Kings as they now lead 36-32. You're enjoying some of the highlights here of the first 2 quarters of play. Very good start for the Dragonflies. They quickly led 4-0. But the Golden Kings came back. Jack Cooley leading the break, finds Keita Imamura for that easy lay-in. Ko Flippin flushes that one through. One of the quicker players we have here in the league, and also one of the highest flyers. Kai Soto will score there. First quarter ended in favor of Hiroshima, 19-16. Nice play up high there, finding Watanabe using his entire 6'10" frame. Maki with the assist. And here, Kamisawa hitting a couple of shots late in that second quarter. Helped out his squad. Cooley all day makes that pass. Knocking it down is Duncan. This is a gimme here for Hiroshima. But then using that pick there from Jack Cooley. Kishimoto did quite well. Got a close affair here. Just a 4-point lead enjoyed by the Golden Kings. As you see, the breakdown there in 2-point field goal numbers and 3-point field goal numbers. Not too many threes for both these squads. Surprisingly, they take a lot of threes. But essentially, their attack has been focused on making their baskets inside the 2-point area. 52% as compared to 50% in favor of the Golden Kings. Turnovers, not too many. Both of them have taken very good care of the basketball. 4 turnovers for the Dragonflies, 6 for the Golden Kings. Points in the paint, not too much of a difference there. Just +4 for the Dragonflies. Bench points, this is a huge margin. 19 points off the bench for the players from the Dragonflies as we take a look at some personal numbers. So the first level are the points. Second level are the rebounds. And the third level are the assists. So Nick May with 8 points. 11 points there for Jack Cooley. Jack's also got 7 rebounds. 3 rebounds for Dwayne Evans. And 2 dimes for Hiroshima. 3 for Josh Duncan. Look at more scorers. Kamisawa has 6. 5 for Blackshear for the Dragonflies. For the Kings, Duncan, almost with a double-double. He's got 10 points as well. Kishimoto will have 5 points in that starting role in the 1 spot. Rebounding numbers. Mayo's got 2 boards, same amount of numbers in the boards for Tsuji. 5 rebounds for Duncan and 2 for Keita Imamura. Leading assist men, a while ago you saw 2 for Hiroshima. Kamisawa also has 2. And 1 for Isaiah Murphy. 3 for Duncan. 2 each for Kishimoto and Cooley. One of them, of course, was that pass to the corner to Josh Duncan as he hit that 3. Josh Duncan had a very good start to this match. He had 7 points in the first quarter. There's Carl Tamayo at the end of the bench. He has yet to be fielded in here. Coach Dayo Kitani doesn't really use his Asia Kota import that much. He hardly used Jay Washington. And he's hardly using Carl Tamayo here. These are the instances where you feel he might be able to give Carl Tamayo all the playing time. Because it's a game that they don't necessarily need to win. But you want to be able to make sure that your players are in game shape. But Tamayo has not really seen too much time. Let's try to see the numbers of Carl Tamayo. Average is just 7 minutes. Well, today he hasn't seen too much PT. He's averaging 2.1 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 0.3 assists. He did get a hefty contract here, though. That's what these players will have to really be able to balance. Do you want playing time? Do you want to improve? Or do you want to get the big paycheck? Well, he opted for the big paycheck, but right now he's not getting any burn. Nothing there off that offensive thrust coming from the Dragonflies as we begin the third quarter. Kishimoto still shaking, baking. Duncan inside, goes to the left hand. He's got 12 points. (38-32). That will give us our biggest lead in the ball game here for the Golden Kings. We have yet to see Seiya Funyu in action. He sees a lot of burn. None today. Blackshear will be fouled there. Duncan's first personal foul. Nice swing. Blackshear hits that three. That'll cut that lead in half. He's now got 8 points in the contest, and let's see which of these two teams can start to heat up from the outside. That will really open things up for their imports. Imamura. Imamura still to the wing. Onodera for three. Good line, just short. He'll pick up his own miss. He's got a brand new 14. Why waste it? Imamura was thinking of launching from 30 feet. Puts up a floater, a little bit too strong. And Cooley always around that basket. And a foul is going to be called against one of the Dragonflies. That was 3 of them. Looks like the foul is going to be called on Evans, and that's why he was complaining. That's his 3rd personal foul. So 3 fouls for Blackshear, 3 fouls for Evans. That might be more extended playing minutes for Kai Soto. Just maybe. To the wing, Onodera puts up a 3. Yes! That's going to reestablish another 6-point advantage for the Golden Kings. Blackshear trying to attack the defense of Duncan. Then we'll give it up. Size mismatch here. But blowing the cripple there was Isaiah Murphy. He got bothered by the presence of Jack Cooley. Onodera, no, check that. That's Imamura who scores. Keita now starting to find his range, and the lead is now at 8 at 43-35. Foul will stop the action. Imamura picks up a foul there. Some complaints there coming from Keita. Well, Keita with a little acting job, which didn't work out. He could have actually just made that turn and not picked up a personal. Murphy once again forces the issue, and this time will score over Kishimoto with a little nudge there right before he took that shot. Leads down to 6. Cooley on the outside. That's a little bit outside of his comfort zone. This is his comfort zone now. Left-handed hook will misfire though. In the open court, Evans, a little sidestep, and he scores. He took his time there. He knew he had the advantage in the break. Keita with a layup. Answers quickly. Leads back up to 6. This is what to be expected. Blackshear, yes! Leads down to 3. Blackshear now in double digits. This is the free flow you are expecting from two teams that don't necessarily need to win this ball game. Just trying to sharpen their skills. Onodera, another 3. He missed from there earlier. This time he makes it. So back-to-back 3s for Shota. Those are his 6 points. All of them here in the third. Evans with the attack. Might have been called for steps there. He'll get it back. Up again, Shota. Floater a little bit too strong. Kishimoto will try to push. Then he finds Imamura. Bang! That's going to bring us to our biggest lead of the ball game at 51-42. And a timeout will be called by the Dragonflies. Back to the action. And not what you want to see coming off a timeout. Your team not executing, and they give up a turnover there. Now Tsuji has done nothing to be able to help out his squad here today. He's their designated gunner. Comes up with a poor pass there, stolen by Imamura. And then he'll come up with a foul. The Golden Kings have found their rhythm here in the third. Pass a little bit too low there. So, tit for tat in terms of turnovers. Murphy, extra pass. Hiroshima will go inside to Evans. Evans with a spin and an easy slam. There was no help defense coming from the baseline there, and he took advantage. Lead is still at 7 though for the Golden Kings. Duncan will now attack and get that easy layup. He's going to have that all day against Murphy. He's got 14 markers now. Hiroshima to Evans. Has to back his way inside. Up and under move. And that foul might be called on Duncan. Or will it be on Cooley? Cooley's complaining, so it must be on him. Well, take your pick. There was contact from both individuals. Watch it here. Well, Cooley reached in. Actually, he didn't have to. Second personal foul on Jack. Well, once you reach in like that, you're giving the referee an opportunity to be able to blow that whistle. Evans, though, will blow that first layup. Kishimoto finds Jack Cooley. He gets fouled. Wasn't able to put that shot up, but it was in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws coming the way here of big boy Jack. Look at that pocket pass. A little bit of contact. He's going to give that on Chuji. His second personal. Third team foul on the Dragonflies. Also 3 team fouls on the Golden Kings as we are under 4 minutes here. Nick Mayo will check in together with Kai Soto. Also coming in for the first time is number 12. That's Takuto Nakamura. Cooley makes both. And it's now an 11-point lead at 55-44. Trying to find Mayo. There's a mismatch there with Onodera. Onodera is going to pick up that personal. He'll promptly give it up. He locked arms there and just made sure. Nick Mayo not happy there as he gets pulled down. Onodera is a tough one. As Matsuaki will check in. And they might be looking if this is an unsportsmanlike foul. He just had to take that foul, and he wanted to make sure there was no three-point play. Nothing unsportsmanlike about that. But let's see what our referees decide. Just held him down. See what they say. Ooh, they're going to say it's an unsportsmanlike foul. That's going to put the Golden Kings in the penalty. .340 still to be played. No complaints there for Coach Dai, so this is going to be 2 free throws and ball possession. You understand where Onodera was coming from. He just didn't want to give 2 points. Mayo makes both. Let's see if that foul will swing things in their favor. That'll bring them closer, though. Now just down by 9. Could bring it down to 7, possibly 6. Blackshear up and under move, scores! And that lead is down here to 7. Kishimoto says, let's hold on. Let's score here and break that momentum they're trying to build. Matsuaki almost lost it. Gets it to Kishimoto. Kishimoto looking for space. Shot clock down to 2. That would have counted. Falls short though. Mayo Little sidestepping move, not gonna work. Nice rebound there for Cooley. Gonna use some clock as Alan Durham gets ready to check back in. His first entry here in the second half. Kishimoto steps back and hits that three. Back up to a double-digit advantage here for the Golden Kings. That will stop their rally. Kai. That's a nice swing. That's what he's got to do. Look for the open man quickly. And then post up. Good boxing out that time from Josh Duncan. Here comes Alan Durham. Kamisawa is back in action. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third. That's a very tall front line here for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. You can see Blackshear, Mayo, and Soto. And that's why Kamisawa launches from the outside. He'll miss though. There's Jack Cooley doing what he does best. We're going to post him up. Nice seal. And now a technical foul will be called here on Kai Soto. These are the little things you just cannot do. Well, you can also say the fact that Alan Durham threw the ball to him. Referee didn't catch that. Now you're going to throw the ball back. That the referee will see. And that's going to earn you a technical. And that will count also as a personal. Watch it here. He went up. There's a little nudge. Just throwing it. And he'll throw it back. Well, you didn't see him throwing it back. But he threw it back. And that's what earned him the technical foul. So Hiroshima will now also be in the penalty. Kishimoto drains that three, increases the lead back up to 11. Matching their biggest lead of the ball game, and they got possession here. They will retain possession. Kai Soto there apologizing to his teammates. Now they'll finally roll it. There you go. Durham inside, that's going to drop. And this is going to be the biggest lead in the ball game now for the Golden Kings. That's 61-48. You have to hand it to the fans here, the Dragonflies, though. They're still cheering on their squad. And Matsuaki with a poor foul there. Will send Nick Mayo to the line. He knew it. Third quarter has ground to a halt here with all these fouls. Those two free throws will cut the lead back down to 11. 70 seconds remaining here in the third. Huge rally here put together by the Golden Kings. Maki will go to Durham. Durham step back three. Just short. And again, Jack Cooley. Not really with good rebounding position, but again, a foul will be called. This time on Nick Mayo. Two free throws coming up for Big Jack. Slight nudge, and he got fouled there. One more coming the way of Cooley. Time for 2 possessions here for the Dragonflies and 1 for the Golden Kings. So it's 2 for 1. Let's see if Hiroshima can take advantage and cut into this lead. Jumper not gonna drop there. Board is cleared by Kamisawa. 2-second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. As we mentioned, both these squads in the penalty here already. So no fouls can be given up by either squad. Maki using up clock. That's a poor pass. Shot clock violation. Kai Soto's gonna score. They're gonna check if that will count. Not the best of sequences for the Golden Kings, but it worked out well for the home squad as they come to within 11. Fourth and final quarter coming up. They're gonna take a look at this and we'll update you when we come back if it was counted or not. So they will say that shot counts. And so that's gonna bring the Dragonflies a little closer here at the start of the fourth. 63-52 is our tally. Possession will still stay the same. Tashiro has checked in for the Golden Kings. Still no Carl Tamayo for the Filipino fans hoping. Foul's going to be called there on Terashima. First personal foul there. Going to the corner, Tashiro goes inside, kicks it back out. Three is not gonna drop. Cleared there by Evans. They're trying to push the action, and why not? Evans will find Mayo. Mayo's gonna come up short though with that layup. That's gonna hurt. Maki against 4. Not the best of attacks that time from Hayato. He got bailed out though as they hold on to possession. Great pass. Just losing the handle on the way up there was Nick. Durham. That's a nice get. He'll have to give it up though. Gets it right back. Extra pass. That's not gonna drop. That's a great pass though. Looking for Matsuwaki. Evans brings it out. Evans looking for a running start, but Cooley's giving him all that space. Mayo for 3. No. Durham. Will now try to attack. That's not tipped. It looked initially like it was. Officials say otherwise. We're going the other way. That officially will be a turnover for the Golden Kings. That's turnover number 9. The Dragonflies only with 5 turnovers so far. Tap there coming from Hayato Maki. Maki's very quick for somebody who's 6'2". That makes him a terrific wing defender. Mayo finds Evans. Evans is going to blow that layup also. Foul's going to be called there. That's not what you want to see. Evans clutching on to that calf muscle. He says he's good. But you cannot afford to pick up any injuries at this stage. They're looking towards the playoffs already. This is a game that Hiroshima doesn't need to win. Neither does Ryukyu. They just want to make sure that their players are healthy. Steal there from Terashima will draw a foul from Hayato. That'll be team foul number 1 on the Golden Kings. Coach Kyle Milling there asking for it to be an unsportsmanlike foul, and they're going to check on it. Didn't look like much. But again, we'll see. All depends on the referee's point of view. Well, the fans here inside the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall are hoping that the call will go the way of Coach Kyle Milling's request. There's a steal. There was a foul there. So you could make a case that he wasn't going for the ball. He was just trying to impede the progress here of Rio. This could really help out the cause of the Dragonflies. Yes, that's the call. So 2 free throws and ball possession. Maki will take a seat. Chance here for Terashima to get his squad closer. Important free throws, even if we still have over 8 minutes to be played. Make that first. Hiroshima wanted to make absolutely sure of these 2 free throws. And he does. Kerry Blackshear will check back in for his squad. Hugh Watanabe will check in. Hugh Watanabe is 6'10", but he looks really small compared to Kai Soto. That's a good matchup though. 2 up-and-coming bigs. Watanabe with a rebound. Kishimoto calls out the play. Kishimoto still with possession. Kishimoto, what a pass, finds Duncan. Duncan hits the bottom of the net. Josh Duncan now with 17 points, and the lead is now back up to 12. Dragonflies making no headway. That might be a charge. It is. Terashima gave out the pass and then ran all over Kishimoto. Second personal foul going to be called there on Ryo Terashima. Tashiro saw limited playing time in the first 2 quarters. Wasn't fielded in the third. Tashiro looks inside. Watanabe gets denied there by Kai Soto. Battle of the big men. Mayo. Blackshear open for 3. Boy, that was a bad miss. Now they're saying maybe it didn't hit the rim. So they shouldn't reset the shot clock. So they might have to check on the clock how many seconds should be remaining here. And that's what they're going to do. Let's see it once again, to at least see if it really didn't hit the ring. Oh, no question. It missed everything. Our referees have done such a great job here this entire season. They're on the money there once again. So the shot clock will not read 11. They're going to bring it down. Possibly 3 or 4. Now I think they're checking about the time. They made confirmation it didn't hit the rim. Question is, they didn't take a look to see how many seconds should be remaining on that shot clock. It still says 11. Oh, lo and behold. They're going to make it 12. Maybe it did graze the rim. Kai Soto. You can't give the ball to your big man that low. The guards around will block it. Well, Kishimoto, using his speed, gets down court, but he gets blocked by the much taller Blackshear. That's what we're talking about. The moment the ball is low, that gives the smaller players an advantage. Kishimoto out on the break though. Sidestepping move. Boom. Blackshear was just waiting for that attempt. Watanabe with a handoff. Durham likes this matchup, but he'll go inside. Watanabe couldn't believe he missed that shot. That should have been a three-point play. They saw the mismatch inside, and gotta tip your hat there to Durham, who had the mismatch on his own up against Kai Soto, but wanted to go to his teammates inside. Watanabe won't make the first free throw. Hiroshima already win the penalty with 6:25 still to be played. Wow. We could have a very long fourth period. Watanabe will make the second. Isaiah Murphy will check in. We have not seen too much of Jack Cooley here in the fourth. Watanabe will now be replaced. Good showing there for one of their backup big men. Keita Mamura will check back in. Could this be Coach Dai looking for the finishing kick? The big knockout punch here. Blackshear will give it out. They swing it. Blackshear to the wing. Isaiah Murphy. Floater's not gonna drop. Coming away with it is Tashiro. Under 6 to be played here this Saturday afternoon. Kishimoto from downtown. He's got that range. A little bit too strong. Hiroshima looking for space. Blackshear inside. Won't be able to score. Kishimoto's wondering how he could have been called for foul. He was actually backing up, giving him those 2 points. Watch Kishimoto. He did make contact though on the landing spot here of Kerry. Third personal foul going to be called on Ryuichi Kishimoto. Blackshear knocks down that free throw. Brings his team to within 12. Still a big deficit here. Heading into the final 5.5 minutes. That lead is promptly cut down to 11. As we approach an official timeout here in the fourth. They're going to say it's a backing violation. That wasn't good spacing. .521 still to be played here. I want to get this deficit down to a single digit. Evans launches a three. Won't drop. Keita will bring it down. We've now breached the 5-minute mark. Rashido giving all that space. Durham finds Duncan. Duncan's gonna score. That's gonna bring the lead back to its biggest at 13. Josh Duncan with 19 points as we head into this official timeout. 4:47 remaining here in this contest. Just about the final 5 minutes of this encounter here this Saturday between the Hiroshima Dragonflies and the Ryukyu Golden Kings. We're coming to you from the Sun Plaza Hall here in Hiroshima. The home squad down by 13. They need to make up some ground here. It might have been a charge. Murphy's gotten away with a couple of shoves here and there. Shot clock down to 4. Kishimoto there asking for what we were talking about, an offensive foul. We're not going to see that on the replay. Trying to penetrate inside, why not? That's what you need. Something going towards the basket or an open shot. Finally, Naoto Chuji delivers his first basket here. Actually, he's only had 2 attempts prior to that. That's going to cut the lead down to 10. Alan Durham inside. Can't get that one to drop. Coaches making some subtle changes here and there. Shota Onodera, we have not yet seen back in the ball game after that unsportsmanlike foul that he got called for on Nick Mayo. He's back. Kishimoto almost lost it. Almost traveled also. Shot clock. That's a travel. He lifted his pivot foot. He's getting applauded by his teammates because he actually used the entire 24-second shot clock. That's the only positive you can derive from that. But if Hiroshima can score here, that's going to bring it down to just an 8-point advantage for the Golden Kings. The time slowly becoming a factor. Naoto! That's going to mean 3 free throws. That looked like a simultaneous foul. Onodera's going to pick up a personal. Little skirmish there between Evans and Onodera happened, I think, simultaneously, but they're going to say just down here. Jack Cooley's checking in. This is now the finishing lineup for Coach Dayo Kitani. Jack Cooley's rested here for the final 3 minutes and 40. Chuji will have to give it up. Gets it right back. They're trying to set up their gunner. Nice challenge there from Jack Cooley. Hurried shot. Not going to drop there for Naoto. Now Kishimoto once again to try to burn some clock. They still have that comfortable 10-point edge. Duncan faces a quick double. Almost lost it. Eventually does. Chance here. One player's down though for the Dragonflies. And that foul, they say, is not in the act of shooting. That's going to put the Golden Kings in the penalty as well, but no 2 shots yet. After the foul was called prior there on Keita Imamura. That's his 3rd, and now both teams in the penalty here for the duration of this ball game, unless we go into overtime. Trying to barrel his way inside. That's a nice tip in there. Coming from Evans. Evans now in double digits. And that cuts the deficit to just 8. Must score situation here for the Golden Kings. Trying to ice it. They'll misfire there. Cooley with the offensive rebound and put back. He is relentless on the boards. Evans tries to answer quickly. He won't be able to. Josh Duncan will be called for a foul. Maybe a coach's challenge? There was actually a foul on the gather, but not really while taking the shot. But nevertheless, a foul is going to be called. And so with both teams in the penalty, that's free throws. 2:21 remaining here. Evans makes the first. All important second free throw coming up. Trying to cut this lead back down to 8. Evans makes both. Now they need a stop. That's what the home fans are expecting and wanting, of course. Kishimoto will bring it down. Some token pressure being put up. Alan Durham is going to check back in. Will Jack Cooley be called for a foul there? Try to clear some space. Oh, he made contact there. Inadvertent contact. He apologizes. That's an offensive foul, so no shots taken. Alan Durham will check in. Coach Dai feels he can stay in step with Evans a little bit more. Nice basket there from the wing. Ryo Terashima with 8 points. And that cuts the lead down to 6. We've got a ball game here. With the game this close, no chance for Kyle Tamayo to come in. They go to Allen. Onodera will try to find his big man. And Jack Cooley saying, shoot it, shoot it. I'm inside there to get the offensive rebounds. 1 second remaining in the shot clock. They're going to review this one to make sure they get the call right. Well, the call on the floor said we're going the other way. That's where he may have touched it. They reviewed it and they said we made the right call on the floor. Again, Dai Akitani continues to coach here on the sidelines, wanting a victory here. Wanting to be able to end their season on a bright note. They are going to the playoffs, regardless of the outcome here. Evans trying to bring it up quickly. Faced by Durham. Durham still on him. You like the patience they're showing. HIROSHIMA a little bit too strong. Jack Cooley with a rebound. Under a minute to be played. Durham inside. We'll find Kishimoto. Allen asks for it. The double. Onodera forced to take this one. Does and makes it. That time, he took it with confidence and he got the lucky roll. The lead is now back to 8 for the Golden Kings. Coming out that timeout, let's see what Coach Kyle Milling has drawn up. They're trying to go early there with Evans inside. Missed layup there by Murphy. And now they're definitely going to burn clock. Trying to extend the ball game here. Off that foul from Ryo Terashima. To put the outcome within any doubt, 2 free throws for Alan Durham. The first will be coughed out. Still essentially a 1-ball game for them here. Unless Hiroshima can score quickly. And it might have to be a 3. That's going to bring the lead back up to 9. Still a 3-possession ball game. And a timeout will be called here by Coach Kyle Milling. Needing a quick basket here are the Dragonflies. Can they get it? A 2 will help. And they get it. 3 would have been better. That's going to cut the lead down to 7. Now they got a foul. Well, they did the right thing. Try to go for the steal first. If they didn't get it, then they come up with a foul. Just try to extend this one. Makes the first. Now they're going to rush things up as the lead is back up to 9. Well, they're trying to trade baskets. You can't trade 2s. They got to go for 3s. Here they need a steal. Durham's going to bring it up, and he'll bring it all the way. Leads back up to 9, and that should do it. Let's see if Mayo tries to have the final say here. That's what he wants. He'll come up short, though. Jack Cooley with a steal. Dai saying no fouls. Carl Tamay there on the bench. Won't be seeing action here. Stealing that basket there is Isaiah Murphy. And that's going to be your final score. Ryukyu winning this one, 78-71. These two squads will face each other again tomorrow for their final game of the season as they gear towards next week, which is going to be the start of the championship, the playoffs. Stick around as we're going to hear from Coach Dai Okitani and some of the players from the Golden Kings as they prepare to have a quick turnaround up against this very same squad tomorrow, right here at the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall. We're also going to break down the numbers for you before we close our coverage. We'd like to invite you for the coverage tomorrow, our final coverage for the regular season. As you take a look at the quarter scoring there, 12 noon tomorrow, we're going to have Kyoto Hanariz up against the Shiga Lakes. Seifunyu didn't see too much action. Now to Chuji. Couldn't also come up with the baskets from the outside. Dwayne Evans got his team started early, but couldn't get it going. Shogo Osayama, the veteran there in the middle of your screens, wasn't fielded in today, the 41-year-old. There's a nice look also at Kai Soto. So they will talk to their fans, which is what they normally do here in the B-League. Win or lose, the players will talk to the hometown fans. We're also going to hear, well, they will hear from Coach Kyle Milling. But we are getting set for an interview with the visiting squad, the winners, and Coach Dai Okitani. We're going to have first this short ceremony. So they're calling up Kamisawa. On the other side, it's Keita Imamura. And both will be given their certificates. So congratulations to Kamisawa and to Imamura. We should have Coach Dai now. First place in the Western Conference for the year 2022-2023. As they pick up win number 48. They're going to try to get set to win their 49th game tomorrow. But they're not going to need that anymore because they've locked things up already for the playoffs and also for first spot here in the Western Conference. Now let's see if we're going to hear from Coach Dai. So they wanted to just call in Coach Dai. Why not? Well deserved. He and the rest of his coaching staff need to be a part of that momentous occasion. And that is a heartbreaker here for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. For all of this to be happening in their home court. Right in front of them. And right in front of their hometown fans. There it is once again. First place in the Western Conference for the B.LEAGUE season 2022-2023. So as they now exit, we say congratulations to our first placers in the Western Conference, the RYUKYU Golden Kings. Here now is Coach Dai.
ペイントタッチをする、ディフェンスでもやっぱりチームの、ディスアドバンテージがあるところをしっかりヘルプしながらヘルパーもしっかりするっていうところ、本当に単純なところですけど、それをしっかり、自分たちで意識しながらチームとして戦ってきました。
今日のゲームに関しても前半なかなかスリーポイントの数字が上がってない部分、そしてゾーンディフェンス攻めあぐねた部分、ハーフタイムにどのような言葉を選手にかけましたか？
そうですね、ゾーン見せられたときに自分たちが何をしているかちょっとわからない状態になったんで、もうゾーンオフェンスをして何をやるかっていうところ、それだけ徹底しながら、アドバンテージを作っていこうっていう話をしました。
ありがとうございます。明日の試合に向けてブースターの皆様に一言お願いします。
そうですね、やっぱり、明日終わって、その後すぐに CS 始まるんで、やっぱり明日の試合というのもすごく僕たちにとってもファンの人たちにとっても大切だと思うんで、明日しっかり、いい準備して、しっかり試合に臨みたいなというふうに思います。
ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。
So Coach Dai Okitani talked about that first. He thanked the fans for all their support, and he said, I was glad that our squad finished this season in first place. And then he continued to say that the team fought with hard work since the opening game, which started in 2022. And after almost 60 games, they find themselves on top with a record of 47-11. And they said tomorrow's game will be important also for the team and the fans. Here now we have 19-point scorer Josh Duncan.
This team, we worked so hard all year. I think we were in 4th place at one point in our conference, and we just kept fighting, kept persevering, and I'm just proud of all of these guys, all of my teammates, for accomplishing this goal.
そうですね、シーズンを通して非常にハードに戦ってきました。非常にシーズンは長いので非常に苦しい場面というのもあったんですけど、その中で、自分ができることをハードにプレーするということを心がけた結果、今回の地区優勝をつかみ取ることができたと思っています。で、周りの、選手、琉球の選手に非常に誇りに思っています。
今日のゲームでも前半なかなか点の払えない展開でダンカン選手がしっかりと得点でチームを引っ張っていた部分があると思います。そういった部分でどういった気持ちで試合に臨んでいましたか？
In today's game, we have down in the first half, so then you push it in the team to what do you think about it in the first half? We have down in the first half, so I guess you push the team. I guess so. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I guess it just shows the character of this team. You know, we've been in many situations where we've been up, down, and we just, keep fighting. And like I said before, I'm just proud of us for fighting through for today's game and getting the win.
そして、その中でやはり先ほどお伝えしたように自分が、ハードにできること、ハードに、プレーするということを心がけて、前半、プレーしていました。その中で、勝利をつかむことができた、チームに非常に誇りに思います。
はい、明日の最終戦、そして CS に向けての気持ちを一言お願いします。
Lastly, I'll show you a message to fans and for the final game tomorrow.
Thank you to all the Kings boosters, all the boosters that were here today at the game and that are watching on TV. We appreciate your support. Stick with us for tomorrow's game and then going into the championship series. We need you.
今日、会場でご覧になっていた方々、そして、テレビを通して、見てくださった方々、応援ありがとうございました。また明日の試合も、引き続き頑張って、またもう一勝できるように頑張りますので、引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
中選手、ありがとうございました。
That's finished. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
So before I close the coverage, we'll show you some of the highlights here of the first 4 quarters, and then we'll run through the numbers. Very good start here for Dwayne Evans. His squad got off to a 4-0 start. And then they yielded the lead here to the Golden Kings at 8-6. But they still were able to lead at 19-14, and in the second quarter they were up at one stage by 7, 25-18. Keita Imamura had a decent game for his squad. He picked things up really more in the second half. Here's Ko Flippin with a steal and a flush. Kai Soto with an end one situation there, scoring over Kamisawa. Nice stuff there from Watanabe. Off the pass from Hayato Maki. First quarter ended in favor of Hiroshima, 19-16. And then suddenly hitting from the outside were the Gunners. Look at that pass. All day to shoot. There's no challenge whatsoever. Nobody went out to Josh Duncan. And he said, thank you very much. Knocking down that 3. Lucky break here for Ryo Terashima, as Maki dribbled that off his foot. First half ended after a big second quarter in favor now of Ryukyu, 36-32. Shota Onodera would hit 2 threes. That was the first one. Here in the third, he would finish with 6 points. In this period, he'd also hit a big bucket in the fourth. Squeaking in that 2 there is Isaiah Murphy. Blackshear will hit. He would finish with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was backed up by Nick Mayo's 14, 4, and 1. But it wasn't enough to be able to bring his squad to victory, as they're going to lose this one by 7. This is where Keita Imamura started to find his range. Josh Duncan loving it. Quick spin. There was no help from the baseline, and Evans with a nice slam there. Third period ended still in favor of the Ryukyu Golden Kings. In fact, they stretched their lead further. They were up by 11, 63-52. Kishimoto did so well at the helm. Finds Duncan. Duncan drains another 3. Perfect pass coming out of the drive there from Kishimoto. Then Durham finds Josh, and Josh will hit again. They made things look easy. A late uprising here, because finally finding his stroke there, and it was Naoto Chuji. That was actually his only basket out of 3 attempts. Mayo's gonna miss, but there's Evans for the putback. Keita with the miss. Chuji there was trying to get that rebound, but it went to the wrong individual. This is the big shot that we were talking about from Onodera. That essentially said, lights out. And the victory will go to the Ryukyu Golden Kings, winning this one 78-71. And Jack Cooley loving it. Now here we have the numbers. 55% shooting as compared to 45% in favor of the Golden Kings. They shot much better from 3 as well, 30% as compared to 23%. Field goal numbers just about the same. Only 8 turnovers for the Dragonflies, but still, they'll go down with a loss. 15 for the Golden Kings, but they were able to overcome that with better shooting. Points in the paint, just about equal. +6 for the Dragonflies. Well, Hiroshima kept it close because their bench really came to play today. But that push wasn't enough. Look at more numbers. Rebounds, 45-24 in favor of RYUKYU. That's a huge number. Individual numbers now. 15 points for Blackshear, 14 for Mayo, and 12 for Dwayne Evans. For the winning squad, 19 there for Josh Duncan. Cooley with 17 and 11 for Ryuichi Kishimoto. Cooley with a big double-double. He would finish with 16 rebounds. Duncan with 6. Keita Imamura with 3. Rebounding-wise, Evans had 5, 4 for Mayo, and 3 for Naoto Tsuji. So the first level there, you see the top scorers. We talked about that. Second level, top rebounders. What a huge 16 rebounds once again for Jack Cooley. In the assist department, 7 apiece for Ryo Terashima and Ryuichi Kishimoto. Well, the graphic just says 6, but officially he's got 7. Winning this one are the RYUKYU Golden Kings, 78-71. Till tomorrow, thanks for joining us here for our coverage. Have a good afternoon ahead. God bless.